If you want more warmth and connection in your life, today's video is for you. Irish language is absolutely brilliant at words of affection, endearment, love, connection, friendship, affirmation. It is truly a treasure trove. Today I want to share with you 3 phrases that you can learn to say in Irish or even in English, and they will create a warmer, more affectionate world for you today. I guarantee it. In addition, I want to share with you 2 habits or behaviors that I use myself that are inspired by Irish culture and my love of Ireland that also just amp that up. So welcome, my friends. Fáilte a chairde. Welcome, my friends. I'm so happy to be with you today. It's a beautiful day, and here we are. Hooray! My name is Kate. I'm a professor of Irish language and folklore, and like all of you, I am a multi-passionate creator who loves to make things. So words. Now there's a whole category in Irish called murníshi, which means endearments. And the first thing I want to tell you about endearments in Irish is that people are not stingy in using them. I feel like often in English, we sort of dole them out very carefully, like, oh, what would you say? Like, how close is this person and how much do they deserve this warmth, this little tidbit of affection from you? Not so in Irish. People use affectionate terms for each other all the time, and they don't worry about gender. They don't worry about, whether you're married or whatever relationship you have. They use these terms of affection. And I think it's one reason that people feel that sense of warmth and connection when they're in Ireland, because even in English, they're hearing these phrases. So let me teach you 3 phrases that I use on the regular. And there's many, many more where this comes from, but just so you can have a taste and so that you can pick one and start to use it today. So the first of these that I use all the time is a chara, a chara. Now you're hearing me say a and then chara. Now the word for that means my friend, my friend. You can start a letter that way. A chara, how are you? My friend, how are you? You can address, now this is to address one person, a chara. How are you? A chara, kajé mar tatu. How are you? My friend. Now, the word, if you were going to get hold of an Irish dictionary, you'd look up the word chara, C-A-R-A. And Irish does this thing like Latin, where you don't just say friend. You say almost, we'll translate this in an old-fashioned way, oh, my friend. So that A before this word chara, it changes it a little bit. And I promise this is the most grammar I'm giving you. I just want you to know, because I know many of you are deeply interested in Irish, and I hate it when things are confusing to us as we learn. So practice to say, and just to say, I'm putting all of these phrases in the notes below this video. You'll always find underneath every one of my videos, there's a notes section where I share the phrases, especially the Irish phrases, any sources that I've used, anything I think that will help you. So check that out. So a chara, which means my friend. Now you can use this with somebody else's name. You said John a chara, Mike a chara, Betsy a chara, Elizabeth a chara. And it's, you know what it feels like to me? When somebody says Cait a chara in Irish to me, Kate, my friend, it feels like a little hug, or a little, just a pat on the shoulder. It just feels so nice, and it warms up the world. A chara. Now, if you want to just bump that up one little bit, here's the next thing you can say, a chara yil, and that means my dear friend. And again, you can put any name in there. Rose a chara yil, Miriam a chara yil. Put anybody's name in there. And you can start a letter like that. You can, and again, in English to say, Sean, my friend. What a lovely thing to say. Right away it says, I like you. It's so simple, I know, but I think we forget to do it. I think that often we forget how powerful these little simple touches are, and that all we have to do is use a word. So, Aara, my friend. And you know, I'm going to give you just the bonus because you might need this. If you want to say my friends, you're talking to two or more people, it's Aharja, Aharja. And I'll give the spelling will be under the video in the note. But Aharja. Again, just to say that in English, oh, hello, my friends. How are you? Right? Tone of voice also. Bump it up. Let's not be afraid to show our love. Here we are on planet Earth. It's a wonderful time to be alive. It's always the right time to show our love. Now, so you've got my friend, Aara, Aara, my dear friend, and Aharja, my friends. Use it liberally in Irish or English. Now, the second one I use all the time is a stór, which means, it literally means my treasure. Stór means a treasure, but really it's my dear. Now again, people get really like, oh goodness, what does that mean? If I say that he's my dear or she's my dear, what am I saying? Irish people do not worry about that. I have heard old men call each other a stór, old married men. I've heard women. I've heard everybody. And again, it will be Janet a stór, Katja a stór, Siobhán a stór, Éilís a stór. You're just saying, my dear, my darling. And it's lovely. Again, it's so warm. It's so warm. Now, a little wrinkle on this that you might like for children or your pets is a stóirín, a stóirín. And that means my little darling or my little dear. And and you can actually use that for an adult because sometimes it's so lovely when you're an adult to be addressed with the affection that you would address a child. Come over here, my little darling. It's lovely. It's lovely. A stóirín. So a stór, my darling or my dear, and a stóirín, my little darling. So when you hear that "een" on the end of a word in Irish, it's usually a diminutive suffix. It means little. And it's fun. My wee darling is lovely to say. A stór and a stóirín. And again, use them liberally. Don't worry so much. You know, I certainly use them with all of my female friends without a care in the world. It's a lovely thing to do, a stóirín. The last one I want to give you is really maybe the most, more, a little more and most. This one is the most, and it's a chroí, a chroí. Now, you might know the word croí, C-R-O-I, fada, which means heart. A chroí means literally my heart, which is such a lovely thing to say. And you, again, use this liberally. Use it on your mother and father, brothers, sisters, friends, lover, animals, children, anybody that you really feel that connection with. And what a lovely thing, speaking of little darlings, what a lovely thing to call someone, my heart, a chroí. And one last little extra on there, you can say a chroí istigh, which means literally, oh, heart within. That makes me almost cry. It's so beautiful. A chroí istigh. One of my friends in Dublin writes to me as Katja chroí istigh, Kate, oh, heart within, oh, like most innermost heart. It's so beautiful. So I hope you will try these out. Again, my friend, my dear, my heart, or any others that you think of, but these are beautiful. So I promised that I would teach you two behaviors that I think are wonderful and that I encourage us all to use to warm up our world. The first of them is to wave at everyone in your neighborhood, if not everyone everywhere, but certainly in your neighborhood. If you go to Donegal, or in the old days, if you went to Maine, you would see every single person was acknowledged on the road. This is me on the on the steering wheel. It could be like this. That's often what you'd see in Donegal, right? Uh, just a hello here more often, but just a little that, sometimes that mostly. Uh, it just says hello person. And I think that's powerful. Hello person, I see you. Right away, it feels warmer. I love to wave to my neighbors. I want them to know I'm glad we all live in this neighborhood together. It's just such a nice thing to do. My father, in his truck as a commercial fisherman, driving around with lobsters in the back, he waved at everyone. I think that's beautiful. The next thing I do, which is I am an inveterate kiss blower. Now, this may be more than you want to do, and I'm going to give you an alternative. But every morning I wake up and I blow a kiss to the sun. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for this day. Thank you for doing your job. Thank you for the warmth and the light. Thank you for keeping the earth on track. All of it. When I pass a field full of horses, I blow a kiss. When I say thank you to my audiences at the end of a show, I blow a kiss. I mean it. My heart is overflowing with love. I'm sure yours is too, and it feels good to show it. Now, if that just feels like never in a million years, Kate, I am not a kiss blower, I do understand. But let me encourage you to give a wink. A wink is also just a tiny, it's not a hug, but it's again saying, this is fun. I have affection for you. I like you. We're connected. The more of this we do, the better, in my opinion. This world needs loving, affectionate, calm, well-regulated people, right? And just showing affection to everyone, whatever their background, whatever their beliefs, whatever, I think it's just a way of saying we're in the world together. I often think that this world is like a ship, and we're riding it at this time in this year together. And that's special. The people, let's say 100 years ago or 200 years ago, they were riding the ship together then. This is our turn, and it doesn't last forever. I won't go into that, but you know. It is worth warming up our worlds. It is worth, I've always said I would like to be an agent of reassurance in this world. It's worth being an agent of love and reassurance that says, you know what, I just like you. I'm so happy we're here together. Hello, neighbor. I see you. You're a person. I'm a person. It's a beautiful day. So I encourage you to try those out. See what you think. If you like this video, please like it. It really does help me. That is the equivalent of a wink and blowing me a kiss. Even more, if you really want to say Catcha Stór, please subscribe. It really helps me so much. And share this video with someone who loves Ireland, loves language, loves love. And let's keep it going, and let's be agents of reassurance and affection in this world. So my question for you this week is, how do you warm up your world? Share with us your inspiration. I'm sure you have lots of good ideas. Let's get this going. It just feels so good. And then the second thing I want to ask is, out of these phrases or these two habits, which ones do you want to try out immediately, today, this week for sure, no later than this week? I hope you do. And I just want to say again, I so appreciate you, and I love that we're connected. And I love that we have this conversation. I think it's marvelous to be in this. It's a miracle, really, that we can have this conversation together. And I appreciate you. And I'm winking at you for sure. And I am blowing you a kiss. So thank you, my friends. And I hope you have a marvelous and very affectionate week. I'll see you next week.